Hey man, you're back with another TF2 reaction, and we're going to continue the Mann's Guide series, and we're actually in the main videos again. I've been catching up on the behind the scenes for the previous Mann's Guide videos, and yeah, now we're at the next one. This one is a guide to the Backburner, and this one, compared to the other ones, is one at least at the time when I played and when it came out, I used the Backburner quite a bit. It was either that or the I forget the whatever it was called, the one that shoots rainbows. That came out with like the all the pyro vision and all this stuff. So it was that and the Backburner. So yeah, no idea what they're. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna make it look OP because that's what they do with all the previous ones. But yeah, let's see what happens. Ooh, another marketplace TF. Huntsman is the one after the Backburner, I believe. Which I also used, but not as much as other sniper rifles.
Yes! Yes! Yeah, boy! Yeah!
Oh, you're so close. Yep.
Clever girl.
I also wonder, like, because I've learned about the, like, how wide the quote-unquote back is when backstabbing. So you can, like, do a sidestep and it'll be considered as a backstab and stuff like that. Is the same thing goes for the Backburner? I think, maybe he's gonna explain it, so. That just came in my mind.
If I had to describe the Backburner in just one word, I would choose unexpected. If you saw the teaser or have been following production updates on this video, you probably thought that I was doing Mann's Guide to the Huntsman. But while you were focused on something else, that's where the Backburner shines the most. On its face, it seems like a pretty normal side grade. You get guaranteed crits if you burn someone's back at the cost of an air blast that uses 50 ammo instead of 20. And yes, I do see that other stat, but every other flamethrower that can air blast does that, so it's not important. Now, most people upon seeing this would just be like, all right, that's it. But here's the thing. These extremely simple stats transform the Backburner from a basic stock weapon to a tool of utter chaos.
The flanker.
Let's go over that top stat first because it basically defines the entire weapon. It accomplishes quite a few things, but above all else, it encourages you to make like a From Software dev and ambush some poor schmuck who's just trying to play the goddamn game. It just makes sense. If you crit from behind, you want to start fighting from behind. Running around the flank, hiding in a corner, anything is on the table as long as you're unexpected. Okay, so here's a good example. There's like 3 or 4 people on the cart right now. My teammates are distracting them so I can get behind them.
I'm sorry, but what is that? the person's name? Miss Pauline's Furry Milky?
Example, there's like 3 or 4 people on the cart right now. My teammates are distracting them so I can get behind them without being seen. And this is honestly just like the basic Backburner gameplay.
Yeah.
You burn their backs. Like,
it seems pretty straightforward.
That's it. I did too much damage for the heavy to do anything about it. And I get the soldier and the medic does a funny ragdoll, and there you go, I saved the game. Another really basic example, there's a bunch of people on the cart here, so I'm just gonna walk up behind them while they're focused on something else. Kill 1 person, kill 2 people, kill 3 people.
Jeez, the heavy didn't even turn around.
I flanked him so hard he left the game, that's cool. In this clip I get Ubered by our medic for some reason, so I'm gonna hold down the mouse 1 button to just kind of clean up a bunch of people and then establish myself as a presence in the front lines. And then once they're expecting me to be up there, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go around the flank.
Right.
Hey, you got something on your back there. You want to turn around? I can get it for you.
Fine. Roll a deception check with disadvantage.
Okay, so you're not going to believe this. This is actually something I've noticed a lot while using the Backburner. People tend to panic when a pyro ambushes them, so oftentimes they'll turn around to run away, not realizing you're using the Backburner, and just get themselves crit. It seems a little silly from our perspective, but let's look at the situation from theirs. So a pyro charges you, and what weapon is he using?
A flamethrower?
You see the problem, right? First of all, there's only one visual difference between the Backburner and stock, this dragon ornament right here.
Oh,
but not
right.
only that, when a pyro presses the W and mouse 1 buttons at the same time, which funnily enough I've heard they tend to do a lot, it unlocks TF2's fucking hidden light beam. I genuinely can't see anything right now, and in a situation like this, the only tell would be the sound that the flamethrowers make. But unless you're experienced enough to know the difference, you wouldn't know this, and would just get crit seemingly out of nowhere.
That's why you try to run around.
Can you really blame someone for making this kind of mistake? I mean, maybe, but I'm totally going to use it anyway. All right, so these clips I've been showing you in the patented Soundsmith narrates gameplay clips to show off the mechanic he's talking about section are all fine and dandy, but I'm usually starting in the middle of the clip, already in position. And what I failed to show you so far is, well, how I got there to begin with. See, Pyro's a fun class with a lot of problems. Notably, he's not really all that fast. I mean, to be fair, he's got average speed, same as all these guys, but when you're hanging out on the flank, you're much more likely to run into this guy.
Yeah.
Or this guy. Maybe sometimes this guy. And seeing as nearly every flamethrower's range is shorter than the average lifespan of a live service game that's definitely going to be the TF2 killer this time,
Wait. Which ones have I played? TF2 killers. No, really, for real this time, guys. I mean, Overwatch... For what it's worth, Overwatch is, I guess out of even Overwatch 2, Overwatch is the most popular one out of all of these. Brink, I mean, I bought the game and I played a lot of it. It was pretty fun. Then I stopped because I played a lot of it. So Brink, I believe I have. Yeah, Battleborn, I have. I think I sold some TF2 items to pay for it, honestly, but personally, I liked it. I did not touch PvP, so to take that into consideration, I only done the PvE stuff with some friends, and I liked what I played. So, was it worth the money? No, but I think. The gameplay itself is solid from what I can remember. It's just there was just two things that just killed it to me, I think. One was that I don't know who decided it. The launch date was so close to Overwatch, and like it being a Blizzard game, just Overwatch just overtook Battleborn, just hands down, right? And then the way they advertised it was like, I think like they acted like it was the next big thing, but it wasn't. So, yeah, it was fun, but yeah, it is what it is. Battlefield Heroes I liked as well. I don't remember much. Maybe that's why it died. But I do remember playing it. I remember having fun, but I do remember not playing a lot of it. So... Lawbreakers I have never heard of. Maybe that's why. Dirty Bomb I've heard of but never played. Loadout heard of but never played. Overwatch 2 I played here and there. I think when not recently, but the last time I played, I think I've mained Moira a lot just because I can support and I can push. I can do everything all at once. I think the last time I played was when they did the My Hero Academia event. So that, I don't know when that was, but that's your point of reference. So yeah, I think, like I said, all these, the original Overwatch actually stood a chance.
We need to cover that weakness with our secondary weapon. And sure, we could technically do that by adding some range to our kit and selling our soul, but unfortunately, I'm a ginger. And as we all know from that one TV show that single-handedly filled my childhood with relentless bullying, I'm a little bit lacking in that department. So instead, I guess we'll just have to go with the other option and add some
mobility. Surf matters.
Mobility secondaries are what really make the Backburner shine. I mean, why worry about a lack of speed or range if you can just, like... And yes, I could show you another 2 hours of tutorials on how to use mobility items, but I think the more important thing is talking about when to use them. As much as it pains me, we are not talking about that flashy, in-your-face movement that tends to show up in every other video. Our movement has purpose, and that's getting from point A to point B. And it doesn't just have to be purposeful either, it also has to be unexpected. Let's look at the first item a new player might use when trying to add mobility to the Pyro. A lot of times, Pyros who get their hands on the thermal thruster for the first time will take one look at what it can do and just go like,
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's...
This is a move that I affectionately call the brain blast. See, the joke is that their brain gets blasted. There's really no getting around it. If you're as predictable as yesterday's weather, it's just not going to go well for you. This is a high-risk bombing item, so while you can definitely get away with some jetpack shenanigans, it really sort of depends on the enemy team being unaware.
Right. That power didn't even move.
In this clip, I'm hanging out on the flank, and KJ's running away from what looks like the enemy combo, so I blast out here onto the bridge, and at that exact moment, they jump onto the point, and I'm able to walk up behind them and kill them. In this clip, I'm up in the center, and then I see this pyro who's definitely going to walk at me, but then I hear him do a voice line, so I match his voice line and back up and then wait for him to do another one. And then I hear him do it on the left side, so then I go around the right side right here, pull out the Backburner, burn his back, and then he leaves the game. I know none of the clips I narrated were particularly flashy, and yeah, it is undeniably fun as hell to blast yourself straight into the enemy team and go crazy. But if you want to take full advantage of the Backburner's crit mechanic, you've got to be sneaky with it. And that's sort of difficult to do when your secondary announces its presence to the entire map whenever you do anything with it.
Oh, this video's funny.
So we're gonna need something different, something smaller, faster, a bit quieter, with more ammo, and you know, maybe something that can actually.
I think I just used the flare gun.
I know that's a lot to ask for, though, so I understand if there's not really anything like that in the. Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, for me, I just use a normal flare gun.
It is actually unbelievable how good the detonator is when paired with the Backburner. First of all, it's a secondary that can actually deal damage, so it's good to pester people or finish them off from a distance, but it can also be used to jump. Yeah, when you equip the detonator, every map opens up into a whole new playground. In this clip, we're pushing Barn Blitz last, and I see this demo on the flank who has been sticky spamming but is currently shooting pills at us. That tells me he's got a sticky trap somewhere, so I go up on this side area here, pull out the detonator, jump through the window, and completely bypass his sticky trap and kill him pretty much instantly. And yeah, he definitely wasn't expecting that one. And yeah, it's worth noting that the thermal thruster can technically do this too, but the detonator has one thing that the jetpack just doesn't.
Silence.
Well, one more thing. Burst mobility. With the jetpack, if you need to go somewhere, you gotta go through this lengthy animation where the pyro puts away his flamethrower, go gadget, swaps to her secondary, and then finally, you can wait for another second as the blast off animation plays, and even then, you're moving in a mostly fixed trajectory after that, for the first half of your jump at least. For comparison, let's look at the detonator.
Disabled.
I swap weapons, look behind me, and boom. We're schmoovin'. In this clip, blue team is about to cap the point, and I gotta get in there quickly. If I go through that door, I die, so I pull out the detonator, jump up here quickly, and now I'm in a perfect position to wait a second, and then drop down and burn everybody's back when they're not expecting it. This is a fun one. At some point while I was playing Borneo, I noticed that you can actually stand on this ledge right here. So we're just gonna wait out here and see who we can get. A few seconds later, this demo man walks through the door thinking he's being sneaky on the flank, doesn't see me at all, and I'm able to drop down, save our medic's life. That's right, when you're using the detonator, you can flank quickly, you can do cool jumps, but
it's surprising, like, when people fly in the air, like, of course, people are gonna notice, especially snipers, and try to pick you off as you try and land. But for some reason, if you're just stood up on like a ledge like this, people just don't tend to notice. Even though the FOV, your field of view, will most likely show that enemy up there, but I guess people have the tunnel vision just to check what's in front of them. They just, even though it shows that they're up there, they don't look that way.
You can also get into some funny places that you shouldn't be. In this clip, the sniper doesn't even look up to see me at all. Because, I mean, like, why would you? And that ends up working perfectly with the Backburner's ambush-based playstyle. Except for the fact that it didn't crit, but it's fine, ignore that. If you're that sniper, like, why would you ever look there? Seriously, look at this bullshit. How do you think I got...
Because, like, that is a different case. Because, like, that is not within your field of view. Like, I'm talking about if the pyros are right here, like, people generally don't notice it.
Why would you ever look there? Seriously, look at this bullshit. How do you think I got here?
Jumps.
Honestly, I could just talk about the detonator all day. I know that I talk about movement mechanics a lot, but like, I can't believe they put something like this in the game. It's
a fox hat.
What?
You're getting off track again. You can't actually spend another 2 hours on mobility tutorials. We only have the studio for another day. We gotta get this script done.
Yeah, okay, fine. Actually, wait, now that I think about it, why are we back in the studio? Aren't we, like, running from some evil mega corporation that's trying to kill us?
No, this is a procedural show.
Everything goes back to normal at the beginning of the next episode.
Except that spy. They're still here.
Oh.
We're gonna have to pay for that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, we have enough to cover it, right?
The spy's problem was that he's been drinking a bit of Dr. Breen's private juices.
We're gonna have to pay for that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, we have enough to cover it, right? What about that money we got from the Crystally sponsorship?
What part of procedural do you not understand, man? We're broke.
Okay, well, I guess we need an actual sponsor.
Marketplace.
Hello? Hey, Lazy, it's Ethan.
Hey.
Listen, can I ask a favor?
Sure, what's up?
Can you recommend
The
a sponsor
collab.
for this Man's Guide we're recording? We need some money to cover some production costs.
Oh, you need money, huh? Maybe you want to save some money while you're at it, huh? Well, have you considered...
Huh.
Coupon code that gives you 10% off any unusual.
That's right, Markiplier.tf is back.
Right.
Yeah, this episode of Man's
Right.
Guide is sponsored by Marketplace.tf, a storefront for all things TF2. And Dota 2 and Steam items, actually. But that's not important.
Ooh.
TF2, hey, look, TF2.
I
TF2.
have a lot of Steam
Marketplace.tf
items,
is the
actually.
only TF2 storefront with no fees for the buyer. Most other sites will show low prices, but will add a ton of hidden fees at checkout, and they'll take forever to deliver the items, and they'll never go on sale. It's basically just like a heist, but for your wallet specifically. Well, no
Payday.
more.
Fun
Marketplace
game.
never passes fees onto you, delivers your
3,
items
not so
quickly and
much.
safely, accepts PayPal, and has sales and promos
Although
and
I
shit
haven't
like
played
that
it
all
in
the
a
time.
while,
They even
so
give out
it
coupons
might be
that
fun
just
now.
straight up give you free stuff. Okay, so I know that was a lot of words though, so let me just rework this real quick. Okay, no fees, free stuff. And also, yeah, it's cheaper than the Steam Community Market. Seriously, go check their coupons. As soon
Kinda
as
wish-
this video is live, Marketplace is...
Because I've sold a lot of stuff over the years. I kind of wish I knew that back in the day. Like, I don't sell my inventory stuff now. I just keep it in there, but wish I knew it back in the day.
launching a new code, Purple Smithmas, that gives you 10% off any unusual. Yeah, I wasn't just goofing earlier. That's real. 10% off unusual taunts, skins, war paints, unusualifiers, hats, miscs, literally any unusual.
Miscs.
10%
Oh,
off. Just like that.
miscellaneous.
And I should say, I don't want this to come off like empty shilling either. I can tell you from personal experience that Marketplace is cheap, fast, reliable, and most of all, safe. I've been using the site for years, and I've
Ooh.
never had any issues with getting my items. You know, other than the item servers going down, but that's not their fault. You know how it goes. Death, taxes, TF2 item servers not working. If you're ever in the market for TF2 items of any kind, look no further than Marketplace.tf.
Do I have any of those still?
Not working. If you're ever in the...
I mean, I probably have a few name tags. What else? Probably not a lot of these. I mean, there's still like 1,700 in stock.
market for TF2 items of any kind, look no
I have a frying pan. I know
further
that.
than Marketplace.tf. You can use the link in the description or the pinned comment and go check it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure the
I mean,
stuff
like,
I have is worth
after you
stuff.
finish the video, though. Okay.
Maybe the Dota
Yep.
stuff.
5 seconds? Yeah, that works for me. Okay, see you then.
Are they coming?
They just did.
Ugh, perfect. Back to the guide. Where were we again?
Hey, it's all fixed.
Or let me just narrate this clip. Maybe it'll come to me. So this clip's Thunder Mountain. I'm shooting the detonator at a soldier.
Ooh.
Right. Okay. So the Backburner isn't strictly speaking perfect. The main, well, only downside to the Backburner is that your air blast costs 150% more. In practical terms,
Yeah.
this means you only get about as many air blasts as the number of years it took the Confederacy to get completely steamrolled. That's a pretty huge downside, seeing as air blast is arguably Pyro's most powerful mechanic that is definitely in no way infuriating to play against. You can't extinguish your teammates as effectively, you can't reflect projectiles as often, you can't stuff Ubers as well. It seems really bad. But there is a silver lining to this, and that's how this red text makes people perceive the weapon. And also the people using it. That's just the thing. Nobody expects you to be able to air blast with this thing. Which means if you want to catch somebody off guard, using the Backburner to kind of smurf your way into easy air blast kills works surprisingly well. It is honestly fascinating how much of an impression this little dragon ornament can make on the enemy gamers.
Oh.
Look at this. In this clip, I'm on the flank, but then I get caught out by this soldier, and he shoots some rockets at me, so I air blast one, and then 2 of his rockets back, and then I retreat to get some health. Fast forward a few seconds, and I'm back on the flank. This time I run into a different soldier at first, and I air blast one of his rockets. rockets. He stops shooting me, but this
Ooh.
guy shows up again after seeing me airblast 2 of his rockets and 1 of his teammates. He looks at me and goes, well, this guy's a backburner pyro. There's no way he could reflect the 4th rocket, shoots another rocket at me, and dies. In this clip, it's
I feel like it's tunnel vision and instinct, right? You see an enemy going down the steps regardless of the class, and it's not everyone's gonna do this, right? But you see one and your instinct is to shoot. So
ETF,
could be
they're bomb
that.
rushing the intel, it doesn't matter. But there's a soldier here
Still,
who's coming in on the
can
left
be
there.
reflected.
He shoots once at me, sees me air blast, and then swaps to his shotgun, but then sees that it's a backburner, swaps back to the rocket launcher, shoots another rocket at me, and dies for it. I just...
Right.
Huh? If you're consistently getting fed rockets, sure, you could just shoot them back at the enemy gamers, but that's what you'd expect a pyro reflecting a rocket to do. So, hear me out here. What if we just take this soldier's rocket and...
Ooh. Reflect jumping. That I have never done intentionally. Has it happened? Probably, but no, never intentionally. Hey.
All of this insanity is the meat of the Backburner's gameplay loop. Whatever the other team thinks you're doing, you just make sure that you're doing something else. Do they think you're with the combo? Go on
Also, his back crits sound a lot different than mine.
the flank. Do they think you're on the flank? Run straight at them while they're too paranoid to notice.
But I mean, then again, I haven't changed like the sound stuff. Mine's all stock.
Like, take this situation. You're right in the face of an obviously smurfing gibbous vision sniper who is staring down this hatless Backburner pyro. He's gonna try and guess what your movement will be so that he can land a quickscope. So let's look at a simplified version of our movement options for this
Also,
next
I don't
split
think I
second.
ever-
We've got A, continuing to hold W,
quickscope a
or
lot.
B, pressing literally any other button. So what do you think this sniper thinks you're going to do next?
Continue to hold W.
Got it? All right, cool. Now do
Yeah.
the other thing. When using the Backburner, you never let them know your next move. Act like a genius mastermind tactician, and then in the next breath, act like you've got 2 brain cells that are both competing for 3rd place. You want your ridiculous unpredictability to put the fear of God into your enemies. Revelations 13:12, I am the spy. From Team Fortress 2. Yeah, that's right. Did I mention you can trick stab with the Backburner?
Oh, so you
That's
can,
right,
okay.
folks. Once again, it's back time. See, that's what we call
Is
a
that the-
callback.
I said that
really
earlier.
just getting back to basics. You might think it's a setback, but I call it a run back. You know, just really a back and forth exchange, if you will.
At that point, I
Back
just
Zynga.
taunted Bill.
We really do be playing like the spy from Team Fortress 2, but unlike the spy from Team Fortress 2, we have a flamethrower. See, that's the nice part
Right.
about any class that isn't the spy. We actually have options for head-to-head combat that aren't,
Spy is a bad class.
Yeah, I know. In the right hands, a revolver can be pretty powerful, but most of the time, if you get caught out as spy, you just die. Let's take a look at a quick scenario. Let's say that you're a spy on landfall and you go for a corner stab next to these stairs. And, oh no, your keyboard messed up, and your mouse didn't work, and your eyelids got in the way, and your chair broke, and your room was too cold that day. So for reasons entirely
Right.
out of your control, you went around the corner too early, and now everyone's looking at you. At this point, if you stick
Even
around,
the
you're
cat's
basically
looking
dead.
at you.
You get 1, maybe 2 shots off, maybe a decent trade if you're lucky. But now, let's take a look at that same situation as a Backburner pyro.
Did he not take damage? Wow.
There is one advantage that the spy has over the Backburner, though, and that is that
Insta-kill?
his backstab range is the full 180 degrees. That tends to lead to some interesting
Oh,
hit detection, but
so
the
the-
Backburner's range is only about 74 degrees.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering, because like you said, the backstab, the range is it's so much wider than apparently than this one. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So okay, let's see. The crit detection is a lot more complicated than just be within that many degrees of their back. Most notably that it involves the vector describing the direction of your fire particles instead of your position as a player. This video is long enough already, so I'll talk about it in the behind the scenes video. The point for now is that it is a lot more restrictive than backstabs. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Which can lead to some even
Glad
more
that it
interesting hit
answered
detection. The thing I've noticed most is that the crit mechanic has trouble registering when you're approaching from above, so the best position to put yourself in is one with a reverse height advantage. And if you are higher than them for any number of reasons, try to aim where you think their back is going to be rather than where it is at that moment. It just tends to work a little better.
Because it's not a hit scan.
By acting this insane, you've essentially turned any encounter with you into a guessing game. But even with the Backburner stereotype debuff, players are going to start adapting at some point. Just take this clip. Imbued with the game's sense of some hyper-intelligent extraplanar being,
Right.
this soldier has stopped shooting his feet. We've essentially conditioned him to be terrified of the air blast. So at this point, what do? Well, you just press the funny button. When you're playing with people's expectations this much, you're conditioning them. And it's your job to know when they're adapting to you and change your play accordingly. Even if it's stupid,
so maybe
even
that's not
if
the crit
it's an
sound.
objectively bad decision, do it anyway. The subversion is
That
the
little
point.
tick
You don't
sound,
just wanna
I don't
kill
think I've
your
ever heard
enemies,
that
you wanna
before
make them go,
on mine.
what? Why did you do that? It's not about winning, it's about sending a message. Which brings me to the main point of the video. How should you, a real Manco mercenary,
like paying attention again, the crit sound does sound the same as mine, but I don't remember the other tick sound at all.
use the Backburner? Well, think about it. Above all else, you have to be unexpected. And what's the last thing you'd expect a Backburner pyro to do? That's right. It's using something
Be
other
underwater.
than the Backburner.
I've heard this song
the
before.
frying pan is a completely
I've never heard
ridiculous
this
weapon.
before.
It is just a stock weapon reskin, sure, but somehow, some way, its hidden stats take it to a completely different level. Oh, you're scared of being dealt guaranteed crits from behind? Well,
Like,
guess
I'm
what?
paying
We've
more
got
attention to the
random
song than
crits.
that.
Oh, but wait, I hear you saying that's not fun to play against? Well, I've got news for you. You picked Pyro.
Right.
That ship has sailed, dude. And also, that's kind of the point. The frying pan is loud. It has an obscene crit rate, and there's really no getting around it. It's annoying. Every time you roll that crit, it deals an extra 2d8 psychic damage. 3d8 if they're a fiend, undead, or spy main. Yeah, you heard me right. A pan crit, that's a smite. The frying pan is a paladin weapon. It's not just the best melee weapon in the game. I'm confident in saying this. It's the best weapon.
Pizza Tower? Or whatever that pizza something game's called that I rage quitted.
No, the best weapon.
Nope, I'm gonna go back. But yeah, like I played it and I was having fun with that. So I think I got like soft locked and I just like rage. It's on my gaming channel.
I'm confident in saying this. It's the best
It
weapon.
has to be from that game.
No, the best weapon in any game. That's how good the frying pan is.
Going off
Man,
topic.
come on. I was just getting
Off
into
topic.
it. Now I have to build all that momentum up again.
Look, I get where you're going. It's a solid idea. Stupid, unexpected, funny. It's good. Follows a theme. But, that's kind of the problem, right?
What do you mean?
This is what we do every time. Starts
It's about
with
the
tutorial,
Backburner.
gets progressively dumber, and eventually it all goes to hell. And we cut to the studio, and then we do an ending stinger. Same thing every single time.
Yeah, no, you're right. If we really want to do
I mean, I've been watching the behind the scenes stuff, so I missed it. I missed this.
something unexpected, we have to do something fresh, something new, something original, something no two mediocre men sitting in a room with reasonably good microphones have ever done before.
Well, I mean, mediocre is kind of a strong word, right? I'm pretty confident in myself.
Wait! I have an idea.
So then I told him that if I had to give the Backburner a rating, I'm going to give it like 420 degrees Fahrenheit out of 451.
YouTube shorts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, like it's good, right?
I wanted, like, I made shorts in the past, but I wanted to do stuff like this, but I think CapCut's the only one that does it like this, and that is not cheap. I was like looking for like free. I think the one I use is Canva, but
Right? Like but the weird hit reg holds it back a bit for me. It's kind of like actual TF2. It's pretty good, but it's held back by a couple things.
Dude, you're so right. But
like what's with medics not healing me anyway?
Hey,
A medic's entire purpose is to heal.
what's on the stream deck? So we got Source Filmmaker, Discord, OBS, Elgato, Chrome, Gmail, YouTube, TF2, Steam, Mute, Record, Twitch, Spotify, Twitter, and File Explorer. Yeah, mine is basically presses for Guild Wars. It used to be hotkeys for mounts in Guild Wars 2.
But
So I don't have
Like,
to
what's with medics not healing
take
me
time to
anyway? A
switch.
medic's entire purpose is to heal high-value pockets and give them Uber charges, right? And clearly
Hey,
I'm
it's
a high-value
green.
pocket. My Strange Original has like 50,000 kills on it. They should know to heal me and not anybody else.
didn't you like farm that in a strange leveling server or something?
Hey, you know what's so weird? I just realized today that I'm
just
being
don't answer
censored
it.
by Valve.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, they're targeting me. Ever since I got canceled by the radical woke soldier mains for calling someone a war pig, they've been trying to take away my platform.
Well, if I could just play devil's advocate for a second here, you're totally right. You're so right, and that's why they're so mad at you. It's because of how right
Like,
you
just
are.
this day, I tried to tell somebody about their stereotype in a game, and you know what it said? Voice communication is not available for this account. They're trying to silence me. Anyway, guys, if you want to stop the man's guide from being silenced by the establishment, make sure to check out my new Netflix special, Unusual Taunt Stereotypes, episode 46. It's going to be totally awesome.
Sounds better than the goop stuff from Gwyneth. Yeah, I've been watching like JonTron reactions to JonTron about that, and yeah, I mean, I saw when it came out and thought it was ridiculous then, and it's ridiculous now. What kind of stuff that, like, Netflix actually did a series about that. Still got a lot of chunk of video left, so I don't know. Credits maybe? Okay. I don't know why it says awesome. This sucks. I recognize some of those names. So yeah, the Backburner. Apparently. Oh.
They're almost here.
Ooh, what's this?
You can hear them, can't you? They're scratching at the door. And now... they're
What is this?
back. And right behind you.
Breen.
That's right. Your favorite niche internet micro-celebrities will return, with all new adventures planned for the future. Will Chris and Lee find out the mysterious odors that are in the studio walls?
So the Breen is supposed to be actually like another creator. Okay. I thought it was just a Breen cameo.
They actually come on the show? Who knows? The possibilities are literally endless. But, okay. Look, I'm gonna level with you. Last time you and I talked, you didn't go to the Christopher Lee Productions YouTube channel, and I get it, okay? But look, I can only lockpick into the studio recording booth so many times before they put some security cameras in this place. I killed a man with a revolver to get in
so that was
here.
him.
Crystal Lee show was my life, you understand me? I was an interview television show host. But you know what? That's not important. The cops are on their way, and, time is precious. We're back. And that's the important thing.
Right. Okay, so yeah, that was about the Backburner. Like I said in the beginning, it's the one in the Man's Guy that I had the most experience with, although I didn't really quite play like him with the detonator. Like I said, I used the flare gun, just a normal flare gun, and yeah, it's all about flanking, ambushing, like a spy, but without the insta kills. But you do have it's not piercing, right? But you can burn a lot of people all at the same time rather than just backstabbing them. But yeah, that was funny. That was entertaining, funny, and yeah, nice to be back. Next one will be the bonus clips for it, and then probably the Huntsman after, and then the behind the scenes for the Huntsman. So yeah, fun stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.